Hey, I'm Steve Magnante at the Tony Townley Collection in Bogart, Georgia. All of these vehicles will be auctioned on October 24th and 25th of 2025 by Richmond Auctions in a non-stop barrage of bidding and selling. Let's get started with this 1965 Ford Mustang Shelby GT350. Now, we all know that Carroll Shelby was well known for the AC Cobras, 289 and 427 powered cars, but of course, equally well known for his Mustang SCCA road race ready street cars. This is one of them. This is car number 257 of a 562 car run. Again, only made in 1965. 1966, the GT350 continued, but in much more detuned state. This is the only year with 389 Detroit locker rear axle, traction bars. Of course, all of these were 4-speeds. In fact, the Shelby's got an aluminum case T10 versus the iron top load that we might assume would be found in a regular K-code Mustang 4-speed. A lot of special parts in these things from front to back. Rated lead, heated lead, of course, no power steering, no power brakes. These were animals right off the showroom floor. And they were meant for SCCA competition in the road course road racing series all across the United States. This car is correctly restored down to the K-code 289 solid lifter motor, but it's been upgraded with Shelby, by Shelby in 65 to 306 horsepower, solid lifters, Holley 4-barrel, aluminum intake, and a lot of goodies on this to make 306 horsepower. These cars are very competitive on the SCCA sports car circuit back in the day. Of course, factory side pipes on these cars, which went away in 1966, full-length dual exhaust by 66, as Shelby detuned and decontented these cars from step to step. So 65 is the one to have if you're looking for the most ferocious, no holds barred GT350 of them all. This one even has the correct 15 by 6 inch Kelsey Hayes wheels with the correct center spiders without the flange, right down to the smallest detail like that. Koni Shocks all the way around, which were factory installed by Shelby at the modification center. And also this has the axle strap retentions to limit jounce and rebound, still present on this car. Very correct 100-point restoration. Beautiful example of the breed. Fiberglass hood present and accounted for. Something weird about this car, it does not have the over-the-roof Shelby stripes, the blue stripes, which could be had. But with that said, this one's a striped elite car. Of course, the stripes on the rocker panels are unique to 1965 because they go into the door and into the rocker. For 66, they were simplified to go under the door to simplify the masking and taping that would have been required to do the two-tone stripes on the rockers. But this one is 1965, very correct in every way, shape, and form. Numerous contest winner. All the trophies come with the car, right down to the California license plates. This car's been a California car since day one, so bid accordingly. It's a one-of-a-kind car. To bump the 289 up to 306 horsepower, Shelby's people added an aluminum intake manifold, a small 715 CFM Holley 4-barrel carburetor, of course steel tube headers, and a free flow air cleaner right there, and of course to stiffen the front suspension for road race use on the SCCA road racing circuit, a front strut brace right here, which stiffens the nose of the car. And of course, other details were the grills on these cars in stock form had a prancing horse and a corral. Well, Shelby whipped up this thing here, which covers the gap, which would be left without the prancing or the galloping horse in the corral. So that's a Shelby GT350 only specific detail seen on this car. And of course, the prop rod. You know, Shelby had no use for anything that added weight, so the coil spring hood hinges on the stock vehicles were deleted and replaced by a simple strut rod, which probably saves a couple of pounds off the nose of the car. Nothing wrong with that. And of course, the wheels on these cars were very specific. They're 15 by 6 inch Kelsey Hayes wheels, but they're very unique, and these were sent in sort of a champagne color from Shelby to the dealer. Dealers would sometimes add aluminum wheels, but these wheels are unique because the center spider has a rolled interface, and it's not like a regular Ford Mustang type of a wheel or anything else. 406 and 427 Galaxies also used a similar wheel, but these are correct wheels for this car, one of 562 GT350s built in 1965. And on the inside of this, these are known as 2+2s in stock form, the fastbacks, because they had 2 seats up front and 2 in the back. Well, in the case of the GT350s, these are strictly 2-seaters because the back seat is deleted. There's a fiberglass panel right there. The seat would be there, and the spare tire goes under the back light, the rear window right there, right where Shelby put these, or put it back in the day. And this is a 4-speed transmission, but don't expect to find an iron top loader Ford transmission, the T&C. This is actually a Borg-Warner aluminum T10. Aluminum, of course, being lighter than cast iron. Of course, the T10 about as tough as a top loader with a small block in front of it. So right here, correct transmission under the transmission tunnel. This device here, of course, is the pod with the Shelby tachometer, and of course the oil pressure gauge. Also, those things are branded and logoed by Shelby, factory stuff. No radio, of course, radio delete right here. And these were heater delete cars born to be raced. The only heat you need in these things is from the engine and the adrenaline of driving along a road course. And of course, the optional wood steering wheel right here, very nice piece right there, brushed aluminum in the center. And beautiful example of the breed, right down to the lap belts right here, which are very legal in SCCA racing, not your ordinary Ford lap belt. But again, these lap belts right here, factory equipment on the GT350 in 1965, the debut year. And with following years, you know, Shelby would get a mass market and sales of these things increased, but 65 is the one you really want. 562 of these cars were built back in the day, and this is one of them.